So I'm live. I'm live. So let's begin with our data. Now, um, what is currently happening? What is currently happening in the market? Actually, we've gotten a bit of some spook, and it's quite funny how people are able to be spooked. When is the last one? $19,047 in Bitcoin. It's just funny how people are in fear currently in the market. Uh, I was about to do a video today morning, but I said probably I'll do it maybe in the evening. But the market actually decided to front run me. So we are about to begin on the explanation on what really happened within the markets. So what really spooked up the market? Number one, we have a bit of some suspicious transactions that were running within the exchanges yesterday, 6 hours before. So within that 6 hours before, it was around 10:30. Okay, it was around 10:30 p.m. No, it was around 4:30, not 10:30, but 4:30 p.m., right? So, what really scooped up the market, ladies and gentlemen? Let's begin. So, the idea was that there are some wealth transactions that were running in the market. Number two, also you're having issues with Celsius network. Celsius network, Celsius Network had to have a live YouTube stream that was about to happen yesterday, I think 12 hours from now. Do you know what really happened on that session? They cancelled their live stream 5 minutes to the live stream. Okay. And at the same time, they also are not allowing withdrawals in the market. They're not allowing withdrawals in the market, and it has simply scooped up the market and made people fear the DeFi protocols. Okay, it's made people to fear the DeFi protocols in the market. Let's scoop up and look at what is Celsius doing right now and how it's behaving in the market. Now, imagine on the best case scenario, so many US citizens decided to stake their Bitcoin, decided to stake their Ethereum, decided to take the rest of the altcoins onto Celsius network. So many of them. So many of them. Let's see what it did to the Celsius network token. And it had a bit of some drop just to negative 2.9%. So imagine majority of the Americans have now, and right now the market is consisting of a lot of Europeans in the market, the crypto market, compared to the Chinese market. As you've already heard, Huobi is coming out of I think Japan, because their license has been revoked. I'm not certain of that, but certain Asian countries that have been revoked from. I think it's Japan. Huh? So their licenses have been revoked officially. So they are moving out on July. Okay, and then Celsius are holding withdrawals of the crypto investors. Celsius network is a DeFi where you can be able to stake. Same thing like fixed deposit account. You'll go there, you'll deposit your amount and probably stake it within 3 to 4 months. So, since the Celsius network decided not to do any withdrawals, what are they trying to do? Are they trying to grab more liquidity so they can bring back down their liquidation at the price of $14,000? Their liquidation price is at $14,000. Where is that? It's on this price at 14,135 actually. This is the liquidation price, 14,135. How much further are we supposed to go? Because if you look at the market as of today, it's been oversold thoroughly. We've just had a bit of some scoop to 19,254. Not like we've just dropped to $18,000. okay, or 17 or 16. I said you cannot have another continuous dump of 30% or 40%. It will seem quite unreasonable. But let's give room for anything to happen in the markets. Let's go to the Wells transaction that were happening 6 hours before. Look at all these transactions, quite some suspicious transactions within 12 hours. So first of all, we had Ethereum being transferred from a known wallet to a known wallet. That might be a custodial wallet. That's not an issue. But we began our day yesterday by 1,000 Bitcoin of worth $20 billion being transferred to a known wallet to Gemini. Why? Then another one again being transferred from Sapo to a known wallet. This is fine. But large amounts are within Gemini. Let's go. Again, another one being transferred to a non-wallet, not a problem. Then another one being transferred from Binance to a non-wallet, that's not a problem. Transferred from FTX to a non-wallet, that's not a problem. Then we're having now large transactions again. It's now from trying the previous transaction, being run 100,000 BSD again. You can see it was from 100,000 BSD was transferred from ATX to a non-wallet. Again, it's transferring from a non-wallet to Binance. Where are these funds going to? Why are they going to exchanges? Why? It's something fishy. So this guy is trying to front run us, trying to tell us that's going to a known wallet, and then from a known wallet it's going to Binance. Same exact amount, $100 million. Again, 3,172 BTC transferred from a known wallet to Coinbase. Quite suspicious. Again, 100 million BSD banned at Binance. No problem. 70 million USDT transferred from Bitnex to Tether Treasury. Quite funny. 245 million USDT transferred from Bitfinex to Tether Treasury. Again, quite funny. Then 3,148 BTC transferred from Coinbase to a non-wallet. We have to track where this is coming from. 10,000 Ethereum transferred from a non-wallet to Crypto.com. Most are going to exchanges. Why? Why? From another exchange again, 4,000 BTC. Is it the same as this? It's even larger than this. 4,000 BTC transferred from a non-wallet to Gemini. 3,000 BTC transferred from a non-wallet to Gemini again. 4,000 BTC added, quite fishy. Again, another 3,000 BTC again added, quite fishy. Again, 1,000 BTC transferred from a non-wallet to Gemini, quite fishy. How much are these? These are 8,000 Bitcoin has been transferred to Gemini. What was the plan? 2,300 BTC transferred from Gemini to Sapo. Wow, another centralized exchanges. Why? Again, 2,200 BTC transferred from Gemini to Sapo. Ow. Okay, so Gemini. Now you're transferring to Sapo. Okay, again Sapo. Okay, again Sapo. Okay, again Sapo. More and more Sapo. Gemini, Sapo. Coinbase. You can see what was happening. Eh? Coinbase again. Then from Gemini to Coinbase again. Then Gemini to Sapo. Coinbase to a non-wallet. This is the first time it's on a non-wallet after all those transactions, but it's less than what you have the transaction you've seen here. And that was almost the end again. 4,000 BTC from Coinbase to Binance. What is happening? Then Coinbase to a non-wallet, the second transaction among all. Then again, from Binance to a non-wallet, not a problem. So we have seen more transactions going into. So we have seen transactions. We have seen more transactions. Let me that. So we've seen more transactions going onto exchanges rather than going onto wallets. Those are cold wallets where whales can be able to store them for long-term view. Then you also had crypto miners sending their Bitcoin to exchanges. So might we, just the question, might we have a beautiful capitulation from 19K to the levels of 14,135 where to spook up Celsius network liquidation price? Because if you're having this thought, remember Luna crashed continuously and we were having the idea, or there was an idea in the market that the Fed actually did that. Is that true? It might be true. You may never know. They were there to kill that DeFi. Luna was the king of DeFis. Okay, you were able to build DeFi smart contracts on Luna. The question is, what are their target? Are they targeting to kill DeFi protocols in the crypto market so as to keep fear in the markets? Okay, remember, central banks and the DeFi protocols in the crypto ecosystem are fighting each other. Central banks might be giving you an interest rate of 4 to 5% to caution you against inflation, and yet DeFis are giving you 15 to 25% worth of your money to caution you against inflation. Now, we've seen the price to 19,156. Let's look at the prices in the 1 hour time frame. Look at that huge drop within the 1 hour time frame. Quite spooked up, oversold. Okay, just one major candle, one major red vector candle that has happened, and you're looking at the next target at 18,814 is a target that I'm looking at. One major drop to the market, 18,884. But what happened to those that were going long? And that's why I just said do not leverage on the market right now. It's quite risky. These are the kind of things that I anticipated the market to do, where you are just accumulating to either short the long, to either liquidate the long, or to liquidate the short in the market. Okay? To either liquidate the longs or the shorts in the market. Now, let's check out what's happening on BitMEX and Bybit. So in Bybit, we are now beginning to see a positivity rate. Okay, in Binance, we had a negativity rate of 0.0060. OKEX is even more positive at 0.00121, and yet our highest Bitcoin funding rate is at 0.18, so not quite high. In FTX is a bit negative, but you're having large volumes within Bybit. Let's check on what is happening on Bybit currently. So we are dumping. Okay, you can look at orders that are being scooped up: 113K, 69K, 58, 95, 66, 58. Okay, but now the funny thing, we are seeing deltas of different calibers. We are seeing mostly large buying deltas at the BitMEX fund at 5.97 million to 6.3. You can see it's just changing, and it's all just green at majority of the time. But we are still seeing shorts being built up at this point to the level of 18,134. So who is this manipulating the market? These are whales manipulating the market through the delta that we saw being purchased on BTC 6 hours before. So they were preparing for this. This is what seems they were preparing for. But if you look corresponding to altcoins, altcoins are not dropping that much compared to what Bitcoin is doing. Altcoins are not. Okay. Altcoins are only dropping, have only dropped, they pumped up, they have only dropped 10% compared to what Bitcoin is doing. Because if BTC could have fallen on a negative 7% from 20,545 for the 4 hour time frame, you could see altcoins bleeding even 15%. But the market has been dried up such that there isn't much liquidity in the market. So what happens if there isn't much liquidity in the happen? We won't see much drop on the altcoins, but we'll see much drop on Bitcoin. Let's have a look at the Bitcoin dominance before we do any chart analysis in the market. Let's go to indices, and I'm checking it over here. So what has happened to the Bitcoin dominance? Bitcoin dominance has decided to drop from 48.32% to 44.49%. Is this the lowest? Yes. What does this indicate us? This simply tells us that people are now moving away from even Bitcoin and even away from altcoins. But people are averaging more onto altcoins than Bitcoin. That's why I'm saying the Bitcoin dominance is heading back down. If we could be dropping and the Bitcoin dominance is pumping, people will be investing more onto Bitcoin. But why are people investing more onto altcoins? People are investing more into altcoins on the anticipation that let me dollar cost average, because this altcoin will do for me a 5x, a 10x, or even a 50x in the few years to come, probably in less than 5 to 4 years. But now they are withdrawing their assets from Bitcoin and Ethereum on a belief that this will give me less gains compared to what I'm seeing on altcoins. So the altcoin dominance, I'm sure it's pumping back up, but I think the Bitcoin dominance trickling down fast in the markets. So people are not in the belief of the Bitcoin dominance, but their belief on the altcoin dominance. People are still having that altcoin maniac face. So the Bitcoin dominance is now at its support of the support is at 44.09% within the 1 hour time frame. Might we have a spook in the market where people are now going to leave the altcoins and then they're now heading over to Bitcoin? That time is just about to come, but it will be quite funny if we'll be able to front run this large vector candle that came from 41.52% to 44.52%. From 41 to 44.52%, if we're able to surpass that green vector candle, I would say we are just about to crash. Just about to crash, but that shouldn't happen within the 1 hour time frame. Still quite bullish if this chart is able to be supported on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, at 44.06%. I'm expecting a bounce, and by a bounce, if you see Bitcoin dominance pumping, then more people will be investing onto altcoins rather than people investing more into Bitcoins rather than altcoins. So that is what I'm checking out on the lower time frame on Bitcoin. Now, have we had that idea that this is a capitulation in the market, and I think I'm tired and I'm out of the market? That's what we are seeing, by the way. We are seeing people are getting tired and tired and tired. Remember that I was talking about, the the chart that talks about Bitcoin's depression. We are on to who shorted the market. I think we are now at the point of who shorted the market. Can Bitcoin now reclaim the 50 EMA, 100 EMA, and the 200 EMA? If you can check within our one hour time frame, Bitcoin will have to reclaim at least the 50 EMA, that is 20,813, for us to become bullish. But remember, we've been so much bearish that you are shorting the market thinking we are now going drop to 16K. Why are we dropping over the weekend and we didn't drop that much yesterday? What are the whales planning beginning tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday within the busiest week? We are expecting volatility on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You're now having the psychological, I'm just saying on another case scenario that can happen, you're now having the psychological idea that, okay, we are dropping to 16K, I'm going to short the market. So you've shorted the market from 21K until 19K, and now you're feeling a genius. You now want to start screenshotting, sending to us screenshots. Oh man, I just shorted the market with the 50x, and I'm up 500 and 600% within the markets. Yes, they went on your way, but if they go on your way, it doesn't mean they're going to hold on to your way. You might wake up Monday morning, things become positive, they induce your short, and then you're not closing your short and you're not paying yourself, and then you see a pump up in the market up to even 22K. What will happen to your short? You've been liquidated at the price that maybe you shorted at 21K. More volatility will even be on altcoins. Altcoins will even be liquidated more. We've been oversold that much that now you're in depression that we're going to drop much further. So why are you still shorting the market as of now? Why are you getting onto that risk? What is simply attracting you to say that Bitcoin is going on a short level to $16,000, $15,000? It's people who are salty right now, not the technical analysis and the fundamental analysis currently are not telling you that we are exactly going to drop to 15K. We only have one fundamental that is telling us that we might drop to 15K, and those are the exchanges that's happening to the Bitcoin whales alert. We are seeing much heading over to exchanges. That's the only fundamental that we can talk about. Let's check out the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index. Why is it? Look, 6. The Bitcoin Greed and Fear Index is at 6. Previously 9. Previously 9. 9. Okay, now it's at its lowest. Right now, I'm sure even it's negative, even 10. Okay, people are in fear in the market. So if you're trying to short the market right now, thinking that it will drop much further, you are playing out yourself. There seems to be much relief compared to much downturn. in the markets. So if we are able to drop that much, again, on the worst case scenario, I've just said on the best case scenario, you might be liquidated on your shorts. But also, shorts might be on a limbo over here by them going on their direction. Why? If we are going to drop, don't think that we'll drop slowly by slowly. By slowly, you don't think you're going to drop from 19 to 18, 17, 16. We are going to have a kind of drop like this. Let me head over to exactly what I'm talking about. We might have this kind of drop is what I'm expecting if you're having a drop. Exactly. So that we can be able to reach the Celsius liquidation price level. We'll have one large liquidation price from 57,375, and we might even drop that fast to 40,259. How many? I think it was around 25% drop. And there it is. 26.87% drop within a day, not even 7 days. It was within a day. Okay. This was within a day, 3 days to 2 days. It was within a day. That is what I'm expecting. One major flash. But if you're seeing this kind of small drops, 19K, 20K, 18K, this is just inducing traders to go short. I won't be able to go short at this position. I'm in fear of the market. Let's wait for the market to settle in first. Let's wait for the market to settle in first. Buying on spot, no problem. Leveraging right now, you are a problem. Now, let's go to Ethereum. Let's check it out. Same case scenario, it broke the resistance level we're talking about, 1022. If we can check Bitcoin within Ethereum within the 1 month time frame, what is happening? We've never seen the previous all-time high being broken ever, but for the first time we are seeing it right now before our eyes. Now, our all-time high previously was at 1,394, and now we've passed that weak candle of until 1,110, and now we are at 1,006.71. This is quite funny and hilarious. So where must be the major support be heading to, since we've already broken this support? Now we are at the resistance. The major support now of Ethereum is at lowest of all. It's at $300 to $400. That's the next support, and by that support I'm talking of $400. That's a major support, just a major support. The other support that I'm talking of is at the price of $600 to $700. Let me just say $679. That's another major support of Ethereum. Ethereum might have one large crash. As you can see, we've been having a large continuous crash from 3,444 on the monthly candle back down. We're even below our 50 EMA. So the major crash that I'll be talking of is until $650 to $700 on Ethereum. On the major support, I'll be now talking of $300 to $400. Between $400 is a major support of Ethereum. Right now, it's a good time, I would say. I'm not saying it is, but it's a good time to actually have a thought and reschedule your portfolio. Simply talking of, I'm seeing the dump happening. I'm not hearing anything about play to earn. That's so we are in a healthy market. Have you guys heard anything about play to earn? No. I haven't heard anything about metaverse projects. Oh, that's nice. Nothing about metaverse project. No one's talking about crypto anymore. I've not heard anyone talking about non-fungible tokens. Those are digital arts. So that means that the market has wiped out those noobs that were talking of, I bought this NFT at $300,000 and now I'm selling it at $500 million. Where are they? They are nowhere to be seen. You're not seeing them on Reddit. You're not seeing them on Twitter. You're not seeing them on Telegram. You're not seeing them on TikTok, Snapchat. You're not seeing them anywhere, or even WhatsApp. All we can see is memes that Bitcoin is crashing. We are going down to zero and all that. Same thing that also happening over here. When Ethereum was having its crash in 2018, what was happening? One large scoop in the market, came back up, then you had a continuous crash. How much did that continuous crash have from this level? Let's see. It had a crash of another crash of 85% within the monthly candle, 85%. That was a better crash. Are we not seeing the same thing as this? We had a bit of some pump over here. Okay, we had a bit of some pump from 2621 to even 3633. Let's have that week and see how much we've dropped. We've dropped 70% compared to the corresponding 85%. Okay, it's just playing out. Look at history. History is playing out itself. Bit of some relief, two red engulfing two red engulfing. Let me remove that. Two red engulfing candle, two red engulfing candle, one large candle on the week, one large candle on the week, and then major crash happening in the market, major crash. And now we are seeing at the range of 85% and on this 70%. But doesn't have to mean you also have to fall 85% on this ring, because if you fall 85%, we are talking to that major support week that I've been talking of. $474 to $500. But remember, we've had institution, adoption, and all those things. So maybe that major support is probably at $640 at an 80% level. That's the minimum. If it breaks this, then I don't know. I don't know where you're heading to, but it's at 80%. If recession happens, maybe we can even go to even $100 on Ethereum. I don't know, because the dollar will crash. Will crash with immediate effect. Let's check out Bitcoin on the monthly. Let's check out Bitcoin on the monthly. Nice. Major support at $6,819. One major support. One major support at $6,819. Another support within 13,970. So that's another major support of Bitcoin. That's another major support. So let's see with the same relation. We pumped up, had the double top over here. We had a double top over here. So that was a bit of a bull trap for traders. Then we had one large engulfing candle that happened over here, same to this. And then we haven't moved sideways at all, the same way we did here. We've just had that continuous downturn in the market. We've not had any sideways movement over here. We've just had that one major drop in the market. So $13,000 is another support within Bitcoin, and also that's the liquidation price of Celsius. If Celsius, I'm repeating this, if Celsius is liquidated, in an honest opinion, we are going to crash immediately. Okay? Imagine how much people will be liquidated at with Celsius by them not being able to withdraw their funds. Just imagine how much. They refused to do live stream yesterday. They refused. Now imagine if they had liquidated, where will they get funds from to pay their investors? Where? Nowhere. So what will that do to the market? 13K liquidation. Oh my God. They've been liquidated. People are not able to have their funds within the US, and then crash. One major crash to even $7,000 at the next support level. This is what might scoop the market if you arrive at $14,000 level. If you are seeing you're arriving at $14,000 level, expect a major crash in the market. That is if still the Celsius liquidation price is at $14,000. They'll have to bring that liquidation price down further. If they're able to take that liquidation price to even $8,000 by borrowing more funds, it's fine. But at $14,000, it seems quite risky as of now. Seems quite risky. So we've had Celsius also not, investors not being able to withdraw their funds from Celsius DeFi protocol, and then also a lot of money being sent onto exchanges. So this might be a bear trap. Okay, this might be a bear trap for the shorts. This seems to be the case. This might be a bear trap for the shorts. It doesn't mean that if you're falling from 19,231, we are now simply going to 13K. No, we might be dropping to 18K and then pump to 25K. Who knows? Who knows? We might have a green open up on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then we pump up to even 20 or 22K. Okay, so I mean, I believe that this is a bear trap. I'm not saying that I'm 100% sure. Nothing is ever certain in the markets, but I will say this seems to be a bear trap for me, and I'm not boarding it. But I would rather scoop up some altcoins. Probably, I'm still expecting a downturn maybe on alts between 30 to 40%, but at least we need to have a bit of some relief. Then we can have one last capitulation in the market as we absorb in the idea of the 75 basis point quantitative tightening, the QE, withdrawals of the bond by the ECB, European Central Bank, Bank of England also 25 basis point making it in action in their markets, and all those absorbing the market. But as now as you are dropping, this might be a bear trap. Be careful. Let's wait to see what happens on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday so that you can get a bright idea of what is happening. But if these whales are simply selling their amount on exchanges together with minus, then we might drop to 13K or 14K level. But as of now, nothing is certain. We are not saying that we're dropping to 14K. We're not saying it's a bear trap, but what if it's a bear trap? What if it's a major crash to 14K? No one knows. But just be careful on Bitcoin and Ethereum. But as of now, it's safe to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum because definitely they'll come back up. But with altcoins, you're not certain with what they'll do. So if we can head over to altcoins like ADA, if you can head over to altcoins like ADA, let's check it out. You can see what is scooping up on ADA quite keenly. If you can look what's scooping up on ADA, you can see that altcoins are not dipping that much compared to Bitcoin. Why are they not corresponding to Bitcoin's price? Why are they not corresponding to Bitcoin's price? That's the funny thing, because I saw somebody asking, why are altcoins not responding to Bitcoin? Because there isn't anything to dump over here. Altcoins have dumped 90 to 95%. 90% of the top 100 altcoins are down 90%. What is there left at? So it seems altcoins are not responding to Bitcoin. And that's why you're seeing the Bitcoin dominance crashing down and altcoins are stagnant. Let's look at ADA on the 1 hour time frame. Look, is it even lower? Because you were expecting, if Bitcoin is reaching at its lowest on 19,100 to 18K, we're expecting ADA to probably have a test at the levels of, I'm bringing this down, to probably have a level test of 0.4375. But look what it scooped. It just scooped ADA from 0.48 to even 0.45. Altcoins are not dropping further than where they were at. Why? That's why you're seeing the Bitcoin dominance going down. But altcoins are now scooping up. So that means a lot of traders currently in the market are scooping up altcoins compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Because it seems majority on a belief that this might be a bear trap, but we need a bit of some relief. ADA has now dropped. If ADA drops below 0.443, or let me say even to a point of right now, this is another okay, just as many support of 0.456, then I'll say to simply break down. But look at the previous lows that it touched. It touched 0.43. We are far away from 0.43. Seems a bit far, or just on the 1 hour time frame. On the 4 hour time frame on ADA, on the 4 hour time frame on ADA, also seeing that same price. We're waiting for it to scoop back down, but you're not seeing that price happening on ADA. Let's look at an example like DOT, because BNB also follows Ethereum and Bitcoin. They are just the same thing. Let's look at DOT. DOT hasn't touched even its lowest week. DOT hasn't touched its lowest week. This Polkadot, by DOT I mean Polkadot. It hasn't touched. So if Bitcoin is able to break this level of 14K or even 15K, that's when we'll see a scoop in the altcoin. They'll even head much further down. But we are not seeing that further down on altcoins, but we're seeing that further down on Bitcoin. Have we ever seen this kind of capitulation in the market? Let's head back within the 1 day time frame. Have you ever seen this kind of scoop in the market? Let's check this out on this date. Let's check it out on this date. Look at what happened on this crash over here to 32K. We dropped, fine, sideways. Again, we've dropped. At this point, there was a lot of fear. What happened? We scooped up, dropped, scooped up, dropped, and pump. Now, have we seen a W formation occurring on this chart? We are going to make it within the 4-hour time frame. Is it an M formation or has it completed the W formation? I'm not keeping any indicators on. It didn't complete that formation. It didn't complete that formation. Yeah, it hasn't completed. Up, down, up, down. So waiting for the next leg up. Where further down are we heading over to that further upturn in the market? But we are not seeing the M pattern formation. We are seeing the W pattern formation. With the M pattern seems quite bullish, where we will expect a bull trap by us pumping from the bottom, heading back up, having the double top, heading back down, pumping back up, having the double top, then going back down. But on this chart, we are seeing down, up, down, and up. But we are not seeing a pattern formation happening over here where we are seeing the double bottom in the markets. That simply took us further down by us not hitting the support of forming a double bottom at 20,809, where I would say we might touch $19,000 if we break $20,657 in Bitcoin, if you can check my previous video. So we broke that 20,657, that 19,145. Might we have a retest? Might we have a retest back up to this zone? Just a retest on that W formation, might we? Because if we might, then this is a bear trap. Then we complete the W formation over here by pumping back up, testing first of all the 50 EMA, and maybe even further up, test the $25,820. Why are we being oversold when we're simply falling further down in the markets? Why haven't we moved sideways in the 13th week in the Bitcoin market? What's happening? They're inducing traders to go short. So don't go short on this level. Don't go long on this level. You rather play safe by being on spot. And also, not financial advice, but it's also a nice point to do a dollar cost averaging in the markets. Okay, so I'm going to do another session tomorrow. I'm planning to do a session. I'm planning to explain tomorrow about the ideal situation of diminishing returns in the crypto market, where we might see less returns in the market, or we might see major returns in the market. So I'll be doing a live video tomorrow with you guys to explain the diminishing returns in the market so that you can understand you might need to invest more capital in the next cycle rather than what you think you might start investing with, so that you can probably you might get the returns that you are interested on. Maybe $1 million or maybe 1 million, I don't know, whatever amount you're interested with, you might have to scoop more in your pockets to get more returns rather than what we've seen currently within last year and 2020. So stay up for that video. I'll be doing it tomorrow or on Monday. So I'll give an update on the Telegram channel. The Telegram link is on the YouTube channel. You can just check it out, and also you can click like, and you can share this video, or you can share the YouTube channel for others to also join in. So thank you so much. Peace. I'll see you tomorrow or probably on Monday. So bye bye.